Okay. Got everything all set up. Okay, cool. All right. I'm back. Day two. Firstly, I want to say thank you for all of the support that I had seen. I didn't think that anyone was going to see that first video, let alone actually comment on it. So, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised when I saw that. But I had a couple things I was actually thinking about this earlier while I was working out what I was going to talk about today. And I was a little afraid of doing it again just now that I know that people are watching me, and it's so funny because my other channel has, I think I'm sitting at like 6,600 subs right now. I'm fully monetized, but I haven't shown my face, and I haven't like sat down and like truly been myself. You know what I mean? So it's this weird experiment of like thinking about the amount of people that are already watching me and then being like real. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about kind of myself and my own personal, um, what's the word? Just like kind of who I am, right? I don't know if I said this in the last video, but I make YouTube videos, and then obviously, and in the summer I actually go out and I do wildland firefighting. So if you don't know what that is, I'll kind of gloss over it pretty quickly. Basically, I go out into the middle of the woods and I play Boy Scouts for 2 weeks with a whole bunch of other guys. We go out and we handle like the wildfires. I haven't really seen like a whole lot of crazy action. I mean, I've seen open flames plenty of times, but mostly like I'm not a hot shot. I'm not David Goggins. I'm not one of those guys. Like those guys are insane. I would love to do one of those. Like love to do that job and be one of those guys, but I'm not physically fit enough for it yet. So hopefully in the future I would like to do that and then eventually go into a fire station and do all this. I'm only just doing this YouTube stuff for until I have a decent enough like financial cushion. And I've wanted to do it since I was, God, since I knew what it was. Because I grew up on the old like golden era YouTube, Skyda's Minecraft, Dan TDM. I mean, I'm 24, so you can clock that however you want. But like doing that and seeing that is like, I was like, whoa, you can do this and you can make money off of it. I mean, I didn't think about making money off it. I just wanted to do what do what I enjoyed. Oh, you can play video games and I can live off of it. Hell yeah, I'm doing that. You know what I mean? And for the longest time, I mean, I'm a big guy. I wanted to go into the NBA, and I played basketball for since I could remember. And sophomore year of high school, so that would be 2018, I started playing Overwatch like semi-professionally. Like I was in the tier 2 scene for a little bit, and I was like, wait, this might actually be real. And I dropped everything. And I dropped everything. Like it was kind of hard to explain to my parents that like, hey, this is what I want to do. Um, there was a lot of pushback. But thankfully, now that I'm actually making money and I can show them that, hey, I'm doing something with this. They're totally cool with it, and I'm super grateful to have not only friends and family that support me and allow me to have a space to where I can do this. I mean, this is literally my childhood room. Like I've not been back here in years, and due to some other events that happened in my life, a messy breakup, I'm back here, and it is what it is. I can't really be too upset about it because I'm very lucky and I'm very blessed, and I know this. I don't have to pay rent. All I have to do is take care of internet because that's what I'm using, and then I have to take care of my own portion of bills. So I'm blessed. I really am blessed, and it took me a little bit to kind of get out of my own head and see that, because I struggle with a lot of, I don't even know how to word it. I don't want to say depression because it's not like, oh, poor me, but I struggle with asking for help and being vulnerable. And that's, again, partly why I'm doing this and I'm making these types of videos, because I can be authentic and I can literally, like, I'm staring at myself looking at a camera. And this is so weird to me, but like, I've thought about this all day, and it's like, okay, I want to do it, but I'm scared to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever in my life want to be ruled by fear. I don't ever want to be ruled on, like the what if. Like, I don't know where I saw this. It was probably a reel or something where I was like, honestly, I think it was a reel. It was like, when I'm an old man and I can't do anything except sit on my porch in my rocking chair and think, I want to look back on my life and be like, yeah, I did everything that I wanted to do. And the things that I didn't do, you know, try to keep that to a very, very bare minimum, right? Because I don't want to sit and wonder about the what ifs or the possibilities of, okay, what if I never did this? Like, what if I never took the chance and did it? Even if I fail, I'm okay with failing because I know in my heart that I at least gave it a really, really good shot. And, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with living like that. And that's partly, oh, wrong way. That's partly why I have this. That's why, it's mirrored. The motorcycle, like, there. Yeah, the motorcycle helmet. I ride motorcycles. Everyone didn't want me to do that, but I did it anyway. I started riding in 2023 and it was best decision. Whoa, the best decision I ever made. And I love it, man. And I was so scared of like, okay, what if I crash? What if I do any of this other stuff? But in the back of my head, I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this so bad. And looking back, it was like, it was so silly to me. It was like, why did I not start sooner? Why did I not do these things sooner? And it kind of goes across my entire life. I realized that I've lived a lot by fear, and it's cost me some pretty important people in my life, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have a connection with someone or have a close family member and then just be too afraid to do anything. And maybe this doesn't make sense, or maybe it does. Maybe you understand it, but I'm so tired of just being fearful. And people say that I'm brave for doing this stuff and all this other stuff, but like, I'm terrified. But I realized it was I'm a comic guy, right? I love comics. I love superheroes, all this other stuff. I'm a total nerd. I'm a total nerd. I think it was Black Panther that said it. I don't know if it was in a movie or a comic book. I think it was either Black Panther or Captain America. Anyway, it was like he was talking to someone. It was like, how are you doing this? Aren't you scared? And he's like, yeah, I'm scared all the time, right? But being scared, you can't control being scared. But being brave is a choice, right? So I'm choosing to be brave. I don't know where I was going with that, but I mean, I want to be brave. I don't want to. Oh my god, I gotta figure out what's going on with this voice. I can't stop voice cracking. I don't know. Maybe I need to drink more water or some shit. I don't know. But I want to be brave, and I want, when I have kids, I want them to be like, yeah, my dad is the toughest guy in the world. He's never scared, and he's super brave. All this other stuff, right? And I realize that starts now. That starts me, with me laying the foundation, laying the framework for everything that I want to do. And how can I, as a father and as a young man, when I'm raising my kids and they come to me and they're like, hey, I want to be, let's pick something weird, like I want to detail cars for a living. It's my dream job. And it's like, okay, what kind of man would I be if I was like, yeah, go do that, right? Go do what you want to do. But I didn't try that myself. You know what I mean? It would not only, like, at least for me, my dad wanted to do a whole lot of things, but he didn't. He had me when he was a young kid, which is totally fine. And he had to drop everything that he wanted to do to raise me. Super, like, he's a really, 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 really good guy. And he knew what was important and he took care of it. But how can I tell my children to follow their dreams if I didn't follow my own? You know what I mean? Especially because I don't have kids. I don't plan on having kids until I'm fully set, until I'm out of this damn room. How can I tell my kids to do something? I mean, if I want to see them better, I guess, but how can I tell them to do something if I didn't have the guts to try it myself? You know what I mean? And I've been thinking about that a lot, and it's really important to me that I try this. So I don't really know what the point of this one was. I do. I lied. I'm trying to get to 10 minutes, just fully talking, no filler or anything like that. and it looks like I'm about to hit it here in a second. But I'm gonna try to. Okay, we're gonna shoot for 11. All right, we're gonna shoot for 11. What else? What else about me? I play video games. I play a lot of video games. The first video game I ever played was a Lego Star Wars, the first one, the 2005 version. It was on the original Xbox. God, I love that game. I love that game so much. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of good. We were running around on like Dexter's Diner. God, man, that was fun. I'm a big Star Wars guy too. I mean, you could probably put that together. Anything. The one thing that I'm not really a big fan of is like Pokemon. I never got into Pokemon. It seemed too corny. Like I just, I was a cool guy. I played basketball. I didn't want to be into that stuff, but you know, part of being a young man and trying to figure out who you are is embracing who you are and standing by that and being secure in your own masculinity. You know what I mean? Like I have to try to find a balance of being tough and, embracing myself, right? And I feel like there's nothing more brave and nothing more tough than just being like, yeah, this is who I am and I stand by it. Fuck you if you don't agree with me or you don't think about it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to live my life no matter what. And I think that that's a really, really important thing. And if anyone is seeing this, please live your life by that. Please. It is something that has genuinely changed me for the better. But yeah, there's my timer. I got some more videos I got to make. Oh, and I did upload on the main channel the other day, or not the other day, yesterday, and it's not doing great, but I mean, it's something that I'm proud of, and I'm going to keep doing that, and I've got a couple other ideas that I'm working on. But yeah, thank you for spending thank you for spending the last 12 minutes with me. I hope that everything is doing good, and I will see you tomorrow.